Hello, I'm Aaron Park, and this is 7th grade, lesson 26. So for our first problem, word problems, Cameron is selling shirts. The price of each shirt was K dollars, but Cameron decided to increase the price by 7%. The expression K plus 0.07 K represents the price of the new shirts, which expression also represents that price. So this is a simplification problem, and we are going to simply add the variables. Now, if we look at the expression given, k plus 0.07k, you can add the 0 in front to placeholder 0, it doesn't really matter. At first it doesn't look too simplifiable. We will note that these are both k's, which means they can be added together, but what do we add? Of course, by now you should be familiar that when we're adding variables, we add the coefficients. For instance, 2x plus 3x is of course x days, and then 2 plus 3 is 5. But here, what is the coefficient? Of course, it is 1. You see, when there are no numbers in front of a variable, we assume that it is 1. In other words, when we see x plus 2x, it is assumed some sort of shared knowledge from both the writer of the equation and us, the solver, that there's a little invisible 1 here. And we do this just to save space and time, because x by itself is of course just 1x. This would be 3x, and just like that, 1 plus 0.07 is 1.07k, which is B. Now, which expression is equivalent to the sentence below? P is decreased by 9%. So we have our variable P. Before it was P, also known as 1P. And then, what is it now? This will be our answer, our right side. To find it, let's look at the problem again. Decreased by 9%. So minus 0.09, because 9% is equal to 0.09. If we look at this, you'll note that the correct answer is 0.91p. 1.09p, which is answer choice B, is bigger than our original 1p, so that is incorrect because it was decreased. The other ones are all smaller. Now, A and C are way too small. What happened with A is that they just saw 9%, thought, oh, 9% is 0.09, which it is, and then stuck the P in front. That's not true. This is how much it was decreased by, not what we ended up as. For example, if the problem was Aaron lost 5 cents and he had $1 to start with, I have 95 cents. I don't have 5 cents. I lost 5 cents. Similarly, P is decreased by 9%. We lost 9%. We didn't end up with 9%. So subtracting 0.09 gives us 0.91p. D. The dimensions of the football field, which is a rectangle, are P and Q. The expression 2P plus 2Q represents the perimeter. What expression also represents the perimeter? This is kind of like reverse simplification, where we're undistributing, we're factoring out a common term, common factor. 2P plus 2Q. When you factor out a common factor, we look and see what do these guys have in common. The answer is, of course, they both have the coefficient 2. We factor it out, and we divide each term by what we factor out. 2p divided by 2 is p, 2q divided by 2 is q. And that is answer choice A. B and C are doing some thinky multiplication, which is not correct. I don't know how you would get those. Maybe we confused perimeter and area. And then for P plus Q is too big. It is doubled. If you distribute it out, you'll note that this is 4P plus 4Q, which is twice as much and not equivalent. Now, the profit of Larry's company was P dollars last year. The profit decreased by 6% this year. So just like number 1, this is a similar problem. Instead of adding, as we did here, increase, we are decreasing. Hopefully you can solve this on your own. 5 is just like number 2, and just like how 4 and 1 are the same but reversed, this one's increase instead of decrease. And then this is just like 4 or 3. So solve those on your own. In the meantime, this next page is about simplification of exponents. So we want to simplify the expression, but we're not going to just multiply it out and turn it into one big number. We're going to write the answer with exponents, saving us a lot of work and keeping it rather clean. Let's review some exponent rules. When we have a number or some variable, let's say a, to the power of an exponent, the a is the base and the n is the exponent. Now, if the exponent is multiplied by another term that has the same base and an exponent, let's call it n, these guys add together to form one term, one exponent. Base a, just the same, n plus n. If we look at number 1, that is exactly what is going on. You have 4 squared times 4 to the power of 6, which is 4 to the power of 2 plus 6 is 8. Now, same going on for pretty much all of these. In fact, it is all of these. I'll let you do it on your own. When there's more than 2, it works the exact same. Now, starting from 9, we have a second exponent rule, which is exponents to an exponent. When we have a number a(n), parentheses around it, and the parentheses is raised to another exponent m, it simplifies to a, the base is the same, and the exponent n times m before we added when they're being multiplied. Now that it's a parentheses and another exponent, we multiply the exponents. So here, this is equal to 3 to the power of 5 times 2, which is 3 to the power of 10. The rest of these problems are the same, so I'll leave you to solve it on your own. That's all for today. Thank you.